loves, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to dive into the question of, should I quit my job to start or grow my business?
The short answer is not necessarily.
So the thing about me is I've always been entrepreneurial, always wanted to have a business, but I want to do it with intention. I want to be able to grow our business with a pace that feels good and doesn't lead to burnout or something that gives me so much anxiety just because we need sales just to survive. Also, in my case, I've been comfortable in a job before where I felt like I was headed towards a promotion, and then the company sold and we were all laid off. So it's one thing that taught me is to never put all my eggs in one basket.
Sometimes on social media, you'll see people quit their jobs to start a business, but what you're not seeing is all of the prep work that may have went into that. Did they save 6 to 12 months of monthly expenses before they quit their job? Was their business already replacing their income or exceeding their income on a consistent basis? Did they have a partner supporting them, or did they take out a loan to start their business? You never really know what they did to prepare to make such a big move like that. You never really want to compare where your starting point is from another person's on social media. Just because it looks like that's the beginning of their story, it could be 5 years into their story.
A lot of times we may say, I can't work and run a business because I don't have the time. One of the things that has helped me is to clock in to my business. What that means is I create a schedule for my business the same way that I have for my 9-to-5 full-time job. For example, you'd be shocked how much time you actually have when you stop scrolling, stop multitasking, and just sit down and focus. It may just be that we're overwhelmed because we don't have systems in place and we focus on tasks that don't help move the business forward. I'm not saying that quitting your job to pursue your business dreams is wrong in any way. If your job is draining the life out of you or you don't have good work-life balance, or your business is just succeeding to the point where you've grown so much that you're at your full capacity, that might be your sign to quit. But before you go out and quit, here's a list of things that you should put in place first.
At least 6 to 12 months of personal living expenses saved up. Your business income should be close to or surpassing your current income consistently. An emergency fund for business costs, and a clear monthly budget separating personal and business expenses.
And we're saying like 6 to 12 months worth of income saved or having your business already replacing the income that you make at work. Because the last thing you want to do is quit your job and then a month in, you find out that all the markets that you went to are not going to produce any kind of profit. And now you're already ready to go back into the job force or having to look for another job because the stress of having to replace your income immediately with a business that wasn't already doing so will completely take the joy out of that business. It'll make you anxious and desperate. All of the hard work that you are trying to put into this business is going to be diverted to just trying to figure out how you're going to make the money to pay for just everyday life. So having that 6 to 12 month cushion, as though it may not be completely feasible for everyone. You know, some people can't save that much. It's like, but any amount would be better than having nothing saved and just going, I'm going to quit my job and then just go work a business that is not showing that you have a financial plan in place. You know how to manage your time independently. You have routines and systems in place for productivity. You're no longer relying on just motivation. You have discipline. You're emotionally ready for slow seasons, pivots, and uncertainty. One of the reasons why we say it's not necessary for everyone to quit is some people, again, have a good work-life balance. Some people have worked all of their lives to this career that they may be currently in. And even though they want to have a business, again, don't put all your eggs in one basket. That doesn't mean that you have to quit that job in order for that business to succeed. Slow and steady growth is just as good as, going viral and getting a bunch of sales. If you're looking to continue in the field that you are in, but you also want to have a side business that supplements, your income in any way for whatever reason. It doesn't always have to be that the job that you've worked for your whole life or something that you enjoy doing has to go to the wayside just because you want to start a business. Especially if you have like good health benefits or your job provides specific things that are just beneficial to your overall life.
You've talked to your partner and your family about the shift. You've set expectations about time, roles, and support. You've identified mentors, friends, or communities for support.
If you're in a relationship or you have other people that live with you, roommates, family members, children, one of the things that a lot of people came to realize when the pandemic hit was that when they started working from home, sometimes people don't realize that the time that you're working from home is still like clocked in hours. And so they will assume that you have more free time than you actually have. One thing that you really need to do is make sure that you have a clear delineation of the working hours that you plan to have if you quit your secular or outside employment to work from home on your own business with your family members or roommates, partners, so that they understand that the hours that you have set in place for this business are actual working hours and not just free time that you have. Another thing to discuss with family members or partners that live with you or that are just in general going to be around you while you're trying to grow this business is if you have any expectations of them or support that you need from them needs to be discussed, because the last thing you want is to start a business and get all excited about it and then the people in your life be dismissive about it or think that the way that they are supporting you is the way that you need to be supported. So if you have these conversations up front, it can help eliminate a lot of miscommunications between the two different parties, which would help your business run smoother. You've created repeatable processes and systems. You've tested your product or service in the market. You understand your customer base. You have at least one reliable stream of revenue. We have other videos where we talk about getting your business ready to start and the costs that are involved in that, kind of what you need to do for the legal entities of starting a business. But you want to make sure that all of those things are in place, especially if you plan to quit your job, because you don't want to have to go try and figure out how to get a business license and orders are coming in, and just making sure that you have all of these things in place will help the business flow easily. Make sure that your bank accounts are set up so that you can put them and connect them to your websites or any affiliate accounts that you may have set up so that you're not having to try and figure that out, because some of them can be confusing and you don't want to be missing out on income because they're holding a check that you didn't set up the correct accounting for. Now, this is just one perspective, but it's a good perspective to hear. You don't necessarily have to choose one or the other. You can do both your job and your business as long as you do so with intention. Just start where you are, be honest, real with yourself, plan ahead, and stay the course.
We hope this helped you to feel a little more determined and a lot less pressured. If you're navigating this decision in your life and your business, let us know in the comments what your plan is.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. As always,
bye loves. Oh, are we getting up?
Oh no, I can't get up with these crazy outfits.
Fast enough. We'll just end it there.
Okay.
Cut.
You ever dive into a question that comes up all the time? Should I quit my job to start over my business?
It does not come up all. No one's ever asked us that.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. It's a question I am all the time.
Hurry up.
Now you made me forget. Can you put your phone closer?
Then what the hell am I doing here?
You're here because I need you here. We can make it more of a conversation if we just have two people. Just make it more conversational.
Start clocking in. It's not clocking to you. I'm standing on business.
Standing on business. Set hours and stick to them. Set hours and stick to them.
That was so much better. What the hell? It's conversational.
You'd be shocked at how much
like
time.
iRobot over here.
You know what?
You.
Sorry.
Really?
Repeatable, right?
Inconceivable.